Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. Today, we're going to jump into something really fun, a bit spooky, and actually pretty strategic. Halloween decorating. Our mission. Basically, give you the best ideas to transform your space, no matter how scary or fancy you want to get.
Yeah, and we're pulling all this from the Ultimate Guide to Halloween Decorating.
Yeah.
And it's not just like a simple list. It's really packed with clever tricks and cool ideas for pretty much everyone who loves Halloween. So we're going to pull out the best bits, the really surprising stuff, the things you can actually use for your celebration this year.
Okay, let's start inside then. That inner sanctum, right? How you create that feeling, that atmosphere right when people walk in. These indoor things are kind of like the opening act. They set the tone straight away. Take the mantle, for instance, such a classic spot.
Right.
And the guide says layering is key. So not just placing a few things. Think about building it up.
Ah.
Maybe start with like black lace or some creepy cloth as a base.
Yeah, exactly.
Then add things like black candlesticks, maybe different heights with those flickering LED flames.
The safer ones.
Totally. And faux cobwebs, gotta have those. Plus maybe some mini pumpkins, skulls, build that texture.
And what's cool there is how all those little things layered up, they start to tell a story almost without you realizing it. They set up this expectation, like a little hint of the world you're creating inside. The guide points out that these aren't just decorations. They're kind of like psychological triggers. A dim hallway or like a prop placed just right, it builds that anticipation.
Yeah.
Changes how guests feel even before they see the big stuff.
That's a really good point. It's not just what you put out, but how it makes people, well, feel. So beyond the mantle, what else does the guide suggest for inside? Those first impressions.
Well, walls are obviously a huge canvas, right? So beyond just printing out posters, think about making actual haunted portraits. Like, find some old-timey looking faces online, print them out, stick them in fancy Gothic frames, maybe tilt them a bit so the eyes seem to follow you.
Ooh, creepy.
Definitely. And window silhouettes, don't underestimate those. Cutouts of witches, black cats, zombies, makes it look like they're peeking in. And the guide says put them at different heights, suggesting different figures lurking outside. Or use kind of see-through materials so they glow when light hits them.
I love that window silhouette idea. Playing with light makes you do a double take. And for adding, like, a bit more theme, garlands.
Oh, yeah. Garlands are great for marking spaces or just adding something visually interesting, like vertically. Sure, paper bats or pom-poms are cute. But the guide has this neat DIY for something spookier. Making ghostly chains. You just tear strips of white fabric, knot them together, hang them in doorways or downstairs.
Simple.
Yeah. Or, for a slightly classier, creepy look, maybe thin, black tinsel garlands with those tiny, tiny fairy lights woven in, almost invisible until they twinkle.
Ooh, I like that. A subtle shimmer. Speaking of lights, what about indoor lighting generally? Best ways to do it.
Okay, indoor lighting is huge for mood. The guide really pushes battery-operated LED pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah.
Just safer, right? Especially with kids or pets running around.
Makes sense.
But here's a neat trick. Use color-changing LEDs inside them, like a slow fade from orange to purple, or a flicker like a candle. It's way more unsettling than just a steady glow.
Yeah, more dynamic.
Totally. And those potion bottle displays, it's not just about colored water. The guide suggests using stuff like clear gel beads to make it look thick, viscous, or even a tiny bit of edible glitter for a magic dust look.
Gel beads, nice.
And the bottle itself matters. Amber or blue glass bottles look more like mysterious brews than plain clear jars, especially if you backlight them with a tiny flickering LED tea light.
Okay, the gel beads and colored glass, that's brilliant, really takes it up a notch. So we've set this amazing mood inside. How does that, kind of prep guests for what might be waiting outside?
Right, that's where the transition is so important. The guide says these indoor bits, they're cues. They build anticipation. So like, if your inside decor is kind of subtle Gothic, people expect something different outside than if you had, say, cutesy stuff indoors.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. And that leads us right outside, doesn't it? Where those hints turn into, well, full-blown Halloween declarations. Outdoor stuff is that first big impression. Your welcome mat or maybe your warning sign to the neighborhood.
Okay, this is where it gets really fun. Taking the spookiness outside, front yard, porch. You want to make a statement. And the classic graveyard setup. Still so effective.
Totally.
But the guide talks about depth. Not just scattering tombstones randomly, arrange them to create scale. Maybe bigger ones near the house, smaller ones further back.
Right, perspective.
Yeah, and skeleton hands reaching up out of the ground. And a fog machine, low down.
Well, the fog machine type matters, though.
Right, definitely. A good one, maybe with a chiller, keeps the fog low and creepy, hugging the ground, not just puffing up and vanishing.
Good tip. And for those real jump scares, animated props, the guide must cover those.
Oh, yeah.
What's interesting there is the strategy. It's not just having a motion-activated witch. It's hiding her.
Behind a bush.
Exactly. So she's unseen until, bam, triggered. And the guide mentions the difference between sound-activated and motion-activated props. Sound ones are great for that surprise when trick-or-treaters yell. Motion ones are maybe better for constant scares near the path.
Right, and the porch, that's the final gauntlet. You gotta make it scary. Think hanging chains that actually clink, heavy cobwebs draped everywhere, that creepy cloth that blows in the wind. And yeah, pumpkins, but maybe an animatronic thing guarding the door, something that jumps out when you reach for the bell.
Nice.
And for just sheer size, those big inflatable characters, you know, the 8-foot Grim Reapers, or even the kind of cute giant black cats, instant impact.
And you absolutely can't forget sound outside.
Oh yeah, crucial.
The guide talks about hiding weatherproof Bluetooth speakers under bushes, near steps, playing ghostly moans, creaking sounds, witch cackles. The trick is making the sound seem like it's coming from the scene, as this whole other layer of creepy.
Totally. And you know what I love? For people like me who like a little humor with the horror?
The skeletons.
Yes. Posing skeletons doing funny things. I saw one riding a tiny bike last year, honestly. It was hilarious. More memorable than a jump scare sometimes. Does the guide have tips on making that look good, not just tacky?
It does, actually. It points out how that playful stuff can make your decor stand out more than just pure terror. The key is committing to the scene. Skeleton grilling, give him tiny tongs, a mini hot dog.
Ah, love it.
Yeah, create a little story, makes it super shareable, for photos. And it shows that balance between scary and whimsical that Halloween can have. Caters to everyone.
Storytelling with skeletons. That's brilliant. Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Let's talk DIY and kid-friendly stuff. Because decorating shouldn't cost a fortune or need, like, pro skills. It's about having fun, getting everyone involved.
Absolutely. And the guide has some really smart, cheap DIYs, like the toilet paper roll eyes.
Classic.
But it adds a little extra tip. Put a layer of colored plastic, like from a folder, behind the eye holes before you put the glow stick in. Gives them this eerie cat eye kind of glow in the bushes.
Ooh, nice touch.
Or the bloody handprints on windows. Gross, but effective. The trick is using washable paint or even watered-down food coloring on cling film. Put the film on the window. Easy cleanup, no damage.
Smart. And those witch hat lanterns. Hanging black hats with lights inside?
Yeah, love those. And a pro tip from the guide. Use fishing line. Hang them at different heights. Makes them look like they're actually floating.
Magical.
You can even do that Harry Potter floating candle thing. Paper towel rolls, bit of wax paper maybe, LED tea lights on top. Fishing line again. Looks amazing.
Okay, gotta try that. And pumpkins. If carving isn't your thing.
Loads of painted pumpkin ideas in the guide. Don't just do faces.
Yeah.
Think abstract patterns, glow-in-the-dark paint, even cover them in glitter for like a glam ghoul vibe.
Glam ghoul. I like.
And trash bag spiders
Yeah.
for those giant creepy crawlies.
Uh-huh.
The secret is stuffing them unevenly. Makes the body look lumpy, more realistic. And use wire hangers inside the pipe cleaner legs so you can actually pose them properly.
Ah, wire hangers. Good
Yeah.
tip. These are all fantastic practical ideas. Now, for the little ones, what about kid-friendly options? Things they can actually do without getting scared.
Yeah, the guide has a great section on this. Focuses on fun, positive stuff, like cute ghost garlands, cotton balls, fabric, big googly eyes. Let the kids draw the faces. Each one's unique.
Sweet.
Simple orange balloons, draw jack-o'-lantern faces with markers, instant pumpkin balloons.
Easy peasy.
My favorite from the guide, though, is putting glow sticks inside carved pumpkins.
Instead of candles.
Exactly. Safe, super vibrant glow. And kids love picking the colors. And what's really cool about all these projects is it gets everyone involved, right?
Yeah.
It builds creativity. They feel like they own it. Turns the holiday into actual memories, not just decorations.
That's so true. It's the experience, the making stuff together. That's what lasts. Okay, let's move on to party time, throwing a great Halloween bash. And then maybe themes and easy finds. For party decor, photo booth backdrops are kind of essential now, right? Spider webs, haunted castles, pumpkin patches.
Definitely. And the guide mentions those confetti balloons filled with bats or ghosts. They look cool, but popping them becomes part of the fun, too.
Huh. Yeah.
And if you're hosting, it's those little immersive details, like DIY drink labels, so easy, but turning soda into witch's elixir or vampire venom adds so much to the party's story.
Yeah, it pulls it all together.
And a creepy buffet table, plastic rats scurrying around, maybe some eyeball punch, cool labels for the snacks.
Hmm.
It's a feast for the eyes, too.
And for the room itself, how do you make it feel really immersive?
The guide has a brilliant tip. Hang bats and spiders from the ceiling with fishing line, but at different heights. Creates this layered floating effect. Makes the whole room feel kind of alive and well-infested.
Oh, nice. And lighting, obviously.
Non-negotiable for a party. Black lights make neons and whites pop. Orange and purple string lights give that classic kind of unsettling glow. Flickering lanterns for the haunted vibe.
Right.
And for a big centerpiece,
Yeah.
a plastic cauldron. Fill it with dry ice, maybe some colorful drinks or candy spilling out. That misty effect, always a crowd pleaser.
Totally dramatic. Now, what about people who are maybe short on time? The guide mentioned some popular ready-made things.
Yeah, convenience is key sometimes. And the source highlighted some real impact pieces you can just buy, like animated jumping spiders that suddenly lunge out,
Yikes.
or those big inflatable haunted trees, instant yard statement. Remote-controlled fog machines so you can time the spookiness perfectly.
Oh, remote control fog. Nice.
And even funny stuff like those witch crash decorations, where it looked like a witch flew right into your house or garage door. Big effect. Pretty easy setup.
Good options for a quick win. So let's talk themes then. How do you really lean into a specific look? Like witchy or gothic?
Right, going beyond just random spooky stuff. For a witchy or gothic theme, the guide says it's about textures and specific objects. Think black lace for drapes or tablecloths. Elegant but eerie. Candlestick holders with skull bases are great. Combine those with some fake old spell books, maybe a crystal ball on a shelf. Instantly gives you that Victorian haunted mansion feel.
Yeah, I can picture that.
And an apothecary display. Old jars filled with fake herbs, plastic bugs, maybe some bones. Adds narrative, makes it feel like a real witch's corner.
Cool. So pulling back even further, what about overarching themes? The guide mentioned a few.
Yeah, it really helps tie everything together, stops it feeling like just a jumble of stuff. Obviously, there's classic orange and black. Timeless.
Can't go wrong.
But then you've got gothic glam. Think silver, deep purples, velvet, fancy candelabras.
Ooh, elegant spooky.
Or the opposite, kind of rustic pumpkin patch vibe. Hay bales, scarecrows, friendly smiling pumpkins.
Nice and autumnal.
Then there's full-on haunted house, dark corners, flickering lights, creepy paintings, maybe even subtle spooky sounds playing.
Maximum fright factor.
And even cute Halloween or kawaii style, like smiling ghosts, pastel pumpkins, pink bats. Adorable spookiness.
Pink bats. Okay. So many options. It does raise the question, though, how do you pick a theme? One that fits your style and how scary you actually want it to be.
That's a really key question. And the guide actually breaks it down pretty practically. It says, start with your comfort level. Are you going for fun and welcoming or truly terrifying?
Right.
Then think about your actual space. A tiny porch is different from a huge yard, right?
Okay.
The guide even has this cool mood meter idea. Helps you figure out your desired spookiness level and match it to themes and elements.
A mood meter. I like that.
Yeah. And what's really fascinating is how getting that theme right transforms everything. It stops being just random decorations and becomes this whole immersive world. Guides all your choices, lights, props, even the party food. Everything works together.
Wow. Okay. So there you have it. A real deep dive into the art and strategy of Halloween decorating. We've hit on everything from inside touches to big outdoor statements, DIY, kid stuff, parties, themes. Seriously, something in there for whatever decorating dream you have.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought as you start planning your own decorating. Think beyond just how it looks. Think about how your decorations create this temporary kind of magical world. How these choices you make scary or funny, big or small, how they become your traditions, your memories. That's what can turn a quick holiday into something really special, for you and anyone who experiences it.